No,
You are also wearing a fancy outfit, not a handy one.
No, I don't have any tools for this either. That's why we came in here to loosen the floorboards up earlier. That's why we came in here. I mean, it needs to be difficult, but not too difficult. We did make deceit rolls to hide this earlier, so. But yeah,
right. So it is well hidden.
I'm not rolling a lot here, so. Two successes. That's not terrible.
Okay. As you are scavenging about, the 4 golden, quote-unquote, statues are just sort of looking straight ahead. It's as if they don't even really care that you're here at the moment. And you manage to crack open up the floorboards, and you see all the things that you have left for yourself directly underneath. But as you do, you hear something is scrabbling at the door. Zechariah and James, you've had about a couple minutes after Edmund got kicked out. You both hear some noise out in the hall, and you also see that this guard is actually standing up from his chair and moving towards this side of the room. Is there anything you two would like to do?
Zach saw Jennifer going out, so he'll move to the door and just sort of take a quick peek out to see if he can observe what's going on.
Okay. You can see Jennifer is definitely hassling Edmund.
Okay, I'm going to roll power to give Edmund a PK shield.
All right, go right ahead. Let's handle it.
Okay. See here. So that's mind, will, presence, and power. So yeah, that should be successful. Edmund can now claim a bonus D12 to resist PK effects.
All right. I believe that just lasts for the whole rest of the scene, correct?
Yes.
Or until wickedness, probably.
Yes.
All right, cool. So go ahead and keep track of it and be sure to remind him when it happens, just in case he doesn't remember.
Yeah, Edmund, you might want to hear. I'm actually going to put like a little shield on your character here so we don't forget about that.
All right. So, James, is there anything you want to do in this particular moment?
I've been told about the loose floorboards and everything, right?
Yes. Or at least I believe Claudia's kept you in the loop.
I'm gonna go over to the mouse guard and say, we have a commotion outside. You might want to look into that.
Which one, the rhino or the mouse over here?
The mouse, definitely the mouse. I'm trying to protect Claudia because I know she's not.
All right, so you are trying to intercept him and trick him. I would like you to roll something to the tune of, let's take a look. Mind, deceit, and let's say speed. Yeah, so speed, mind, deceit. All right, that is 1 success out of 7. He actually cannot beat that, but I'm looking for it anyway, just to see how badly he fails. To do observation, speed. Oh, he actually did pretty well for himself here. It's a shame he can't actually win. He kind of looks at you, looks outside, and definitely hears a lot of the noise happening outside. And he goes, hold on one moment then. You just wait here, sir. And he will start to leave. Claudia, you are actually uninterrupted.
Phew. Okay.
You now have a bunch of strychnine, some weapons. What are you gonna do?
I'm only grabbing the strychnine for right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and put the lethal dosage in one of each of the in these guys. I saw how they did it back at the factory, so gotta unscrew the cap, pour it in.
All right, that makes sense. you have a lot of strychnine here. How? I don't think we really put a number on it, but how much are you going to pour in?
Well, I'm assuming like we dosed it out so there'd be like 4 lethal doses. So since we had, we were spoiled for choice.
Yeah, I guess it's fair to say that the 2 athletes probably would understand what is lethal and could at least tell you.
Well,
this
we
is
could
the
have
amount
done,
you need.
and we could have done research in advance. We have academics.
Right. I've also done the research. It turns out it could actually be really low. It's like 20 milligrams to 100.
Yeah, we have an insane amount of this.
You could even go as low as 5, apparently. Strychnine is some nasty neurotoxin.
It really is, and I think it's hilarious that in this time period it's sold over the counter.
Oh yeah, it's like 5 to 10 if it's intravenous. It's like 50 to 100 if you ingest it.
Well, we're pouring like 100.
Plenty.
Just pouring it in. Unscrew, pour it in, screw back up. I need to do this fast and get out of here.
Okay. I would like you to roll speed and I guess a D8. Is there any skill that would even apply to like doing this fast?
The skill would be craft, which I do not have.
Which you don't. So
I was asking before this adventure started. Does anyone have craft? Anyone?
You guys just need a friend, honestly. I'm gonna have to like bring Martin in and give him a whole new career.
No, it's we are a very good crew. It's just we're all city people. None of us know how to work with our hands.
Never done a hard day's work in your life. Well, now you are, so go ahead and give me that speed and a D8. All right.
That's like I'll mention out of character. Zach's father is a laborer, but I don't know if he's going to get involved in any of this craft.
There is Zach's dad involved in all of this.
Yeah.
All right. You managed to do it quickly enough and into each one, and there is also enough of it for each one. You've poured what you assume is a lethal dose into these strange backpacks, and you can hear it mixing in with other liquid.
Yeah, I feel horrible by this deed, but whatever it is, well, crap. The only other thing to do is, I guess, throw
him under the floorboards too.
I was thinking about it, but no, because that means they might look for it, and I don't want them to look for it. I'd rather put the floorboards back without the acid gun. In fact, screw it. There's got to be an emergency. I know the layout of the floor. Oh, no, the stairs are over here. Oh, crap. So they've got guards on every stairwell. I didn't see a payphone in the hallway, did I? Or on my way up here?
No, you did not. I believe your assumption could be, because you are rich, is that anyone who lives on this floor probably has a personal phone, because they're fancy.
It's the 1920s, right?
Yes, I do.
So how would you have a personal... I'm not understanding your comment.
Oh, it is... Well, what's wrong about what I said? Go ahead and tell me.
I need a landline telephone. There's only landline telephones.
Oh, no. That's what I mean.
Oh,
they
right,
have a personal line to each of their own...
Okay, I understand. It's a business floor. There wouldn't necessarily be a telephone. Is there a phone in here?
In this particular room?
Probably not.
Roll me a D8.
I mean, possibly there might be that they need to call the stage. I guess
Unfortunately, not in the storage room.
Yeah, I'm just going to replace the floorboards.
Okay, you replace the floorboards. Easy enough. And what will you do? Get out?
What exactly did you grab from there? Just curious.
I grabbed the strychnine. That's where we had it.
Okay, just the
that way I wouldn't have it on me, because it would be hard to conceal that much.
Because I'm pretty sure we concealed Zach's knife there too if he needs it.
Actually, the more I think about this, the more I think, wow, that was easy and I got away with that. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go under the floorboards, even though it's going to ruin my dress, and climb down to the 12th.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just sort of move you into the elevator up here to indicate you are not on the floor. Or maybe even to some white space. Let me go ahead and reveal area. Boop. And you're out.
I guess I'm with the muscle guys then, the athlete guys.
Yep. All right, so you're hanging out with them. They are actually surprised to see you pop out from above.
Yeah.
And it looks like one of them even reached for a piece of rebar that they managed to find.
It's just me.
Oh, well, wait a second. What are you doing coming down through there? I thought the plan was... Well, I don't really know how you were supposed to get back down here.
Well, actually, that worked better than I thought. I'm going to go ahead and change into my Batman costume. And we're going to go back upstairs.
Wonderful. So you're going to spend a little bit of time changing clothes. You're also just letting these two be aware that you have this outfit. Yes? No?
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So let's go back to the other action which is happening here, which is Edmund. You have done your best to try to reason with this armadillo woman, and she is staring you down and literally growling. You're going to tell me what you're doing here. Why are you following us? And she is going to try to scare you.
Okay.
She will not be throwing a punch just yet. Where is scare again? Just trying to confirm. Yeah, there we go. Body, will, and presence, both of you. And she is pretty scary there. Let's see. She does not have guts. Got it.
Is this a PK thing or?
This is just her yelling at you.
Oh, okay.
Anyone can yell at anyone else, which is resisted by body, will, and presence.
Understood.
Did I mention she's a horrible person?
I think he did roll higher, though. He got an 8.
I'm pretty impressed so far with Edmund.
Thank you, Ami.
All right. She attempts to shout you down, demanding, tell me who you are. What are you doing here? Who do you work for? Come on, spit it out. Answer me. But you are not yet intimidated. However, we'll go back around to you and Zechariah. What would you like to do?
Me or Sakurai? I'm sorry.
Either or. Let's start with Edmund, since you are slightly in danger.
Sure. So basically, you said I have the confidence now to like make a retort.
You haven't been intimidated yet, but she
Okay.
is very scary.
Gotcha. So I have the gumption to fire back at her, correct? That's what I'm trying to make sure I have.
Yes, absolutely. You want to just roll a scare back at her?
Right. Like, excuse me, miss. I don't appreciate your tone of voice. I am from the newspaper place, and I show her my badge and also the invitation. You know, I was asked to come here. I don't appreciate this rudeness. It's very unbecoming of.
All right, go ahead and give me another roll.
Sure. Same
So
stuff.
same thing. Yeah, same as the first. Body, will, presence.
Hey.
And she's rocking some 8s here. She is not moved whatsoever, and she crosses her arms at you. Excuse me, I don't give a damn who you are. You are pesky, little nuisance. And at this point, it doesn't necessarily look like it's coming to blows, I think. Unless, Zechariah, are you going to do anything?
Zach is... he's been warned how dangerous Jennifer Osborne is, so I don't think he's going to try anything tricky just yet. Let's see. He'll take aim at Jennifer for the time being, and
You
prepare
don't do
himself.
anything with your aim, it just kind of fades away,
Oh, okay. So,
unfortunately.
I'm not really sure what I can do at this point to prepare myself to launch
You
an
could
attack.
just take focus and just sort of be aware if anything happens there. If
Okay, I'll go
somehow
ahead.
Jennifer and Edmund actually get into a fight, you'll have focus.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take a focus.
The mouse guard is actually just heading back inside. He's going to go ahead and take a seat back. And we'll go ahead and continue the conversation with Jennifer and Edmund. So yeah, you're a small, pesky little nuisance. Why are you doing this? No one gave you that invite. You're not rich enough for that. Look at you. Where'd you get this outfit from anyway? Oh, did your mother make it for you?
She's so horrible. I love her.
For this, I'm gonna laugh at right in her face. Be like, this is actually given to me as a present for the newspaper that I work for. They actually care about me.
Oh, your boss. Oh, he must care. He definitely isn't thinking of firing you for incompetence at every moment.
Well, I am here, Miss, aren't I? As I recall, I got
And
some
you're
other
not
pictures
going to
of
be
you.
here any longer if you know what's good for you.
Ma'am, I'm a reporter. I'm where I'm supposed to be at all times.
Absolutely bullshit. And she is actually going to go ahead and like take a step advance for you. We didn't invite any reporters. This is a private function for people
That I
who have
have.
money for what we're selling.
And ma'am, I got an invite. It's right here. And I'm gonna do a rage and take a step if she comes after me, of course.
Right. She's just being continually intimidating, but you two
Gotcha.
are at a standstill with each other.
Okay.
Unless you have a pocketbook in there, I don't give a damn. You're watching us, and I want to know why.
Well, I am a reporter. That kind of explains itself. And I again laugh again in her face.
And what exactly? I'm sorry, I'm trying to like think now.
Okay.
That doesn't explain bullshit. Who told you anything? What do you know?
I just know do you like being in weird places for
I think that is probably a bold-faced lie and an attempt to disarm her. I'd like you to go ahead and roll for that.
I was speaking to the dump site. I did see her there.
Right. But you're just trying to say like you like showing up at weird places.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Oh, reporter too.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was picking up on. So
Sure. What would you like me to roll?
yeah, and I'll have her roll some more mind will.
Roll deceit and
Yeah, give me some deceit and what else should we look for? Yeah, let's go with some mind will and deceit.
okay. Here we go.
Okay. That is a tie, and I don't think you have any material to break this tie, do you?
I was were in a weird place. Actually, saw her face to face. Did that
Well, do you
help?
have anything to
Plus, I'm
prove that you're just interested in being in weird places and not specifically after her?
I guess me being a reporter, we're usually in unique places to cover unique circumstances and part of the job.
All right, so you go ahead and use that as an excuse. She huffs and crosses her arms. Well, one way or another, I don't want to see you on this floor anymore. So scram, and she will point to the staircase.
I'm sorry, man, but I have an invitation here. You can't say if I can or can't
Not
be here.
anymore. Get out. I run this party.
Ma'am, do you know what you're doing, right?
She stops for a second and just takes the drink she's had in her hand this whole time and downs all of it at once. God damn it, I'm tired
Now
of this
I have a
bullshit
question
already.
here.
And she is already, like, turning away from you.
Have a pleasant day, ma'am. A picture for the post?
Zach is going to see her coming and get the hell out of her way.
She will stop momentarily and look at the guard and say, "Make sure that one never comes back in." And the guard will just sort of look at you, flex his large rhino knuckles at you, and just sort of huff. Jennifer is coming back in, fuming, walks straight past you, Zechariah, and goes straight to the bar. I'm gonna go ahead and give her like a drunk meter at this point, I think.
No,
Well, what makes her a
Zach-
good drink?
Zach is gonna peek out at the door at Edmund and sort of gesticulate with his hands that he probably does not want to be here.
You or me?
You.
Oh, okay.
like he is like basically trying to communicate with his eyes. It's like, this is a dangerous place. Get out of here.
All right. So that means that you two are sort of in here for the moment.
Yeah.
You could just leave maybe if you want, but what are you gonna do? Both you and James.
Well, it's like we haven't really received any cues from Claudia. She just sort of up and disappeared on us.
All right, so you're just going to wait. And James, similar question.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what to do either, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait for.
Okay. Are either of you two going to like try to mingle a little bit for the time being?
Yeah, I'll try to talk to people.
I mean, Zach can try. I'm not sure how well he's going to blend in.
Well, I mean, you could always just strike up conversation with people, and if you get them to talk more about themselves than you, they'll never notice.
Yeah, that's true.
I believe we already covered. Questioning definitely is a part of this.
Mhm.
And I had other parts too. Are either of you two gonna like misrepresent yourself at all?
Not
necessarily.
exactly.
Yeah, not necessarily. Like, he'll mention that he's a student.
All right, so mind, questioning, gossip if you have it, and no deceit because you're not pretending you're someone you're not.
I think do I have any questioning? Nope. It's just a flat roll for a flat mind roll for me then. Nope.
Two successes.
All right, Zechariah, and James. James, you managed to fit in pretty well. You're not necessarily rich, but you're wearing a suit. You just got it today, and they are actually looking at your camera and asking a couple fun questions about it. It's like, oh, what is this? Are there different makes and models? Oh, wait, it's infrared. Oh, that's fantastic. And they sort of glide over the fact of what do you do with an infrared camera at a party or in your life in general, dodging the fact you might be a paranormal investigator. Zechariah, though, they'll sort of talk to you and are amused to see a student here. Aren't you out a little late? Don't you have classes tomorrow or something, son?
Oh, I've already worked that out with my professor. I think I'll be fine.
Oh, hopefully this might be a learning experience. Maybe you could aspire to be something. I'd say switch over to an MBA as soon as you can.
Zach is just sort of gonna shrug his shoulders non-committally.
All right. And they aren't really digging you at this point. They're focusing more around Green and actually starting to encircle him slightly.
Well, that's perfectly fine.
All right. And just to cover, Edmund, what are you going to do? You've been told to scram. You're in the hallway.
I believe we have a thing 2 floors down or something like a stronghold quarter.
I don't know
Yes,
if
you
Edmund.
do.
I don't know if Edmund would be privy to that or not.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. No one's
Yeah.
actually filled you in on that. You've only
Okay.
had the invitation to this point. If you just sort of idle around and question it for a bit, that's fine too.
I'll ask one of the 2 guards if they want to come out for a smoke.
The large rhino will sort of look at you and give another semi-intimidating huff. Tough guy. No, nah, I'm good. I don't smoke. Besides, you should be getting out of here.
That's fair, that's fair. Lady friend has quite a temper on her, huh?
Yeah. Probably one of the worst attitudes I've ever seen.
But the pay's good, huh? Dealing with someone like that.
Huh? Nah, I don't even work for her.
Ah, you work for the building, huh? Or just private?
Nah, I work for Mr. Walls. He owns this part of the floor. This is his party, really.
So it's his party, not her party. So technically, I shouldn't be kicked out on her word, correct?
Hmm? He'll give a shrug. I've been told to do what she says. Well, you're not invited anymore. So don't get
Even
any
though...
funny ideas or anything.
No, I understand totally. I'm just looking out for you. If this guy finds out you threw someone out of his party, especially a reporter, does it get...
I wasn't told to make any exceptions or something. I'm not about to bother Mr. Walls about something like this.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, if I
Just don't
read
put
a
anything about
bad...
it in the paper. You got that?
I'm a reporter. What do you think we do?
I
I'm
think
just
what you
worried about your
do.
job.
I think what you do is you just sort of keep your mouth shut about this.
Oh, I will. If you could, let me in.
He's going to go ahead and sigh a little bit. And he's going to reach into his wallet. And he's going to pull out a $20 bill. He's going to approach, and he's actually going to hand it to you. I'm going to give you this $20 bill to fuck off.
Do, 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 do.
Have a good day. And
These people further perfectly.
Yeah, that's perfect.
he makes a little bit of a grumble, but he's happy to see you gone. Claudia, you are now fully outfitted, and your 2 friends are there with you.
All right. Wow, I can't. So Jake and James. I guess Jake, I need you to hold this gun. Be careful. It's full of acid.
Acid, he says as he takes it and holds it awkwardly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do with acid.
Nothing. You're gonna hold this, and if I, and when I whistle to you, you're gonna toss it to me so I can use it.
James will kind of look at you and go like, "Hey, hold on a second. You got a mask. Where's our masks?"
You mean you realize that my mask is just a scarf I tie over my face, right?
Well, yeah, but it's fancy. You got one for us?
I'll tear up. I will tear up the expensive dress I gave it here and give them the scraps.
They will be in slight astonishment that you choose to do something with that gaudy, very expensive looking dress like that.
Hey.
But they are pleased as punch to go ahead and turn them into impromptu masks.
Of course, one of you is now furs and the other one is now boa because that's what you're wearing.
Well, at least I feel pretty.
All right, we're going to go wait in the stairwell because in probably about an hour or so, there's going to be some horrible screaming, and that's going to be our cue.
All right, so you're going to go ahead and wait in the stairwell. Are you going to wait in the forward one or the back one?
The forward one, and let me know if we run into Edmund.
On the way up, coincidentally, you do. Edmund, as you are descending the staircase, not in shame, but in profit, you see a trio of mass burglars coming up the staircase. One of them is carrying something that is large and probably an assault rifle.
Or in the 1920s, a rifle.
Oh, yes, that's right. They're not quite automatic yet. Not all of them.
Well, a Thompson machine gun has been invented, but
Right. But this wouldn't be. This would be more like a bar size kind of thing.
This is more like a carbine, right? Because you can actually counterattack with it.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, so it's got it's got a forward grip and a trigger, but it's short enough barrel that you can manipulate it around. So it's more of a carbine. That's good to know. So if someone comes at me, I can spray them with acid.
Yeah, murder them instantly.
If I hit them. Hey, you're that reporter guy, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. If you can just hang around for about an hour, I'm going to give you a front page story.
That'll be 2 for me tonight. Thank you.
If we don't get any time for this later, here's my card. Give him the black card.
You now have the woman in black's number.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
It's the black
Speaking
one.
of, she is also standing straight in front of you, the person
Yep.
you've been after this whole time.
Totally in costume.
Oh, wow. Wait, you are the lady in black?
Woman in black. I don't actually own any property or landed gentry, as I'm an American, and I believe the same thing that all Americans believe.
This is amazing. Here I thought it was the armadillo, but you're the person. Oh my god. Oh wow.
Well, I'm a woman in black.
Right.
No, you're about to be front and center of one of the most biggest stories of the year. But I can't tell you right now. Now we're going to wait in this stairwell while I don't answer any of your questions. In a moment that in the movie they would just skip over, but in real life is an incredibly slow and awkward scene.
Indeed, the four of you sit in silence with the two bears with you sort of like shuffling very awkwardly on their feet and stretching.
Stay alert.
Yeah, keep the blood up. And you were just waiting for madness to occur, right?
I am waiting for madness to occur.
Mr. DM.
Excellent. All right, so that leaves Zechariah and James inside, I believe. With you two outside. James and Zechariah, after a little bit, someone actually comes out of the back room. He is a large elephant, and he's actually going to start mingling for a while. And this rhino actually stays directly adjacent to him the whole while. Do either of you wish to do anything or just continue mingling in your own circles?
I think Zek's going to sort of play the wallflower.
Okay.
As is James.
Well, James, you're at least popular enough you can keep a good conversation going for now. These people like you, and they're interested in you. For the time being, however, of course, Jennifer is continuing to drink even further. And I'm going to go ahead and put her at a 2 for the time being. After a bit of mingling around, talking to different people, the elephant will actually go up onto stage. And he will go ahead and start tapping his glass to get everyone's attention. Yes, everyone. Please, come around. It's time. Our dear friend is actually ready now. Only took him about an hour, and everyone gives like a little bit of a chuckle. Let me go ahead and see where... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong page, because I went looking for rules. There we go. Where is his speech? So yes. So now that he's up on stage, Patrick Walls is definitely a very heavyweight and very tall individual. He's dressed finely, and James, you might at least remember the name. He's definitely a large industrialist in town. And given the fact that you've been to one of his properties recently, or even two, it definitely fits. So he'll go ahead and continue his little talk to everyone as they all gather around. Go ahead.
I have a quick question here before you begin.
Absolutely.
I remember when Zach and Edmund trailed the car to wherever they went. They parked outside of the Walls Glasgow facility, didn't they?
Absolutely.
So Zach might make that name connection there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just
right.
something.
You wouldn't. Yeah, you may or may not have like as many specifics about like, oh yeah, huge industrialist, but you recognize it for sure.
Okay, just making sure here that that's something that I would recognize and possibly note down for later as a person of interest.
Right. I do have to ask, did either of you two get a drink at all?
Nope.
Zach is underage.
I was too busy mingling.
They ain't stopping you, but yeah.
Yeah.
Are you also going to go ahead and take seats among the crowd?
Don't see why not. Zach will take a seat in the back here.
Right. And this mouse is actually going to move out of the way. There's probably enough seats there. All right. So he'll go ahead and raise his glass and go, yes, a toast real quick to everyone. What a wonderful time we've had tonight. I hope you've all enjoyed the dinner, and I'm so glad you've come to indulge me once again in helping me empty out my wine cellar and its terrible vice. And of course, everyone is almost compelled to laugh at the very flat joke. Well, thanks to all of you, I'll probably have to stop drinking in about another 10 years. We've got a good bit of evening left to share, and until the dawn comes again, if you're willing to keep me company. But as the invitation showed you, I do have a friend here tonight who wants to show you something wonderful. So please, everyone, give a warm welcome to Mr. Wonderful himself. And he will go ahead and step off the stage and actually take a seat right next to you, James. Oh, excuse me. Yes. And as he sits down, he nearly forces you out of half of your own chair. There's actually a little bit of a pause as everyone kind of wonders where he is. And the mouse guard will actually step inside for a little bit. There's a bit of confusion, but then eventually someone steps out. Let me go ahead and... Where are we? Da-da-da. From the stage door walks out a fashionable donkey, his mane greased up, golden rings on his finger, and a dashing smile, taking grand steps and waving the whole way. Good evening, one and all, you beautiful people, all of you here. Just look at all these bright, hardworking people right here, all in one room. You know, when I first came to this city from my little village in Sweden, I marveled at these huge glass towers. You know who built them? You all. When I went up to the lakeside and I saw those immense mechanical foundries, the very work I've inspired my life to build upon growing up out of the ground, with those beautiful smokestacks, that was all of you again. Now, there are those who might think that you've done too well, who try to tear down your accomplishments, steal your hard work. And you know what I say? They're jealous. And why shouldn't they be? There's nothing that you can't do, nothing you don't deserve. Right here are the very lifeblood of this city. You're the winners, the rulers, the very best, the fortunate, and you all deserve the best. And tonight, I'm going to give you exactly that. We'll just see how jealous they all become, huh? Now behold to you, tonight, my greatest invention that will change your lives. The automatic, mechanical servant. And one of them will clank out up onto the stage with them. The two of you in the crowd get to observe as this strange golden metal statue begins to walk out. This one looks like some sort of ferret or something that you could make out. It has bolts running through it and a strange large backpack. Its face is nothing but firm metal. And it turns with a peculiar gait, as if every step had to be measured. And I'm just going to check for any reaction.
James,
because
continue.
Yeah. The rest of the crowd, of course, is already gasping.
Ooh, you're a hack.
Zax is kind of lift his brows, and he's thinking in the back of his mind as well. I know why Claudio is asking about moving statues now.
It's like what the.
Oh, how easily impressed they are. Oh my god, it's a man in a suit!
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, okay, come on out. It's like I'm a bit skeptical about this thing. Like, okay, this.
We all saw Metropolis. Has that even come out in 1923?
Nope. I don't think
Yeah,
the word
not for a
robot
while
has
yet.
even been. I don't think the
So
word
he'll look at
robot
you
has come out
and
yet.
go, "Oh, I see. Of course, of course. One needs proof. But what better proof than to see it with your very own eyes?" And he will go ahead and put his hand on the shoulder of the thing and turn it around, letting you see the strange backpack on it. This is a mechanical wonder, one the world has never seen before, brought to your very eyes by me. Now, please go ahead and take a look at this, he says as he strips the back of it. And inside is what looks like a set of intricate gears, all of them ticking and moving like some sort of fancy watch. Does that satisfy you?
So far.
Well, good. Well, let me show you what it can do. Truly, this is the future. No more need to pay those lesser individuals paltry salary taken straight from your pocket. No, you can have this mechanical servant doing all those tasks and more, faster, more efficiently, and for less. And he begins to go on a sales pitch about its capabilities. He goes on about how wonderful it is that it can lift even the heaviest of boxes, is perfectly obedient to all commands given, is capable of recognizing any language, and is, of course, a handy servant in himself, as he hands over a piece of paper to it, and it begins to fold it into a paper crane. And everyone in the crowd gives a slight little clap of and applause. They seem very impressed right now. And I'll defer real quick to Claudia. Claudia, you've definitely heard the tone of the party change. There's no more sounds of mingling or movement as much, but you begin to hear thuds in the rest of the building. And of course, the sound of gasps. Yes, like something heavy is moving around up there.
Oh, yeah, the presentation must have started. Strychnine doesn't take that long to actually have an effect, does it?
No, I think under 15 minutes.
Oh, well, the show's only started, and I don't know how long they've been active, so I've got to wait. And if it doesn't work, then I don't want to be up there anyway, because there's 4 indestructible automatons up there. So I'm just going to bide my time.
All right. So you're going to keep biding your time. James and Zechariah, do you have any plans?
No plans, although
Yeah, if anything goes south, straight out the wind, straight out the door.
yeah,
Okay.
I think
That's our only plans.
yeah, I think if things start to get violent, Zuck's going to make a beeline for the exit.
And of course, that's not the only one we have here. We have several of them here today to the first of you. Now, when these go on sale, they'll go for thousands. Everyone will want them, and we are in I'm afraid, drastically short supply, but one poor inventor, you see. But with your funding, I believe I could begin more, expand the operation, truly bring this wonderful invention to the masses, to you. Bidding tonight will start at $2,000 for this first wonderful model. Who do I have to take it? And everyone starts murmuring and thinking that they would love to have the first of these wonderful new machines. I'm going to guess neither of you two have up to $2,000 and are willing to part with it.
I didn't even know this was an auction.
Nor did Zuck.
Nor did they.
The invitation didn't actually say it was an auction. Mr. Wonderful has a strange sales technique.
Yes, get them now. Well, this will be your one chance. They won't be another for months at a time.
Yeah, but as I suspect, the problem with Mr. Wonderful's deals is they sound great, but they always backfire.
Let's see. And now I have to think about how this is going to go through if you aren't going to like pop in or start anything. Because this is going to go pretty smoothly for them, honestly.
I'm surprised. If the poison doesn't actually work on them, I don't know what to do, because they're immune to poison and they're immune to bullets. I'm kind of out of stuff I would use to stop them, and I know they will attack me. So if the poison doesn't actually work, I learned something today.
All right. So you continue to bide your time, waiting for something, I suppose. And the two of you are up here. It appears that they are beginning to auction up to 3,000 now. Until eventually someone purchases one of these new mechanical toys, and it comes to stand adjacent to them. And of course, another and another will come out. They are going to line up on the stage. Ah, yes, they even can serve as bodyguards, you see, he'll add in. And I know we've had some fun with our fine gentleman over here tonight, he says as he points over to the rhino. But really, could you beat something like this? Something encased in the finest of metals. No hoodlum could dare to stand up to that. No one shall ever take a single penny from you ever again with one of these around. So why not have two? And he just continues selling them up without having them do very much. But, James and Zechariah, why don't you give me some kind of observation here?
I was about to think that. Observation, just
Yeah, mind observation.
Oh my god, I just had a horrible thought.
Oh, what's your terrible thought?
I'm not gonna say because I wouldn't want to inform anyone who's there. I'm just watching this play.
I don't know. I'm having a bit of a moment because he opened it up and there were gears and clockwork inside. When Claudia cracked hers open, there was she actually saw like people being put inside.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. I mean, the ones I opened up and poured the poison in looked just like the one I saw in the factory, right?
Mhm.
Yes, indeed.
So,
Wow.
so what were the observation? So,
Yes. Let me go ahead and do that. As another one is purchased, you kind of see Mr. Wonderful is looking around, and he actually seems almost a little confused for a bit, as everyone is distracted watching this mechanical marvel walk down the aisle. He's looking around, and you can actually see him start to look over across to the bar. And you turn your head enough to see Jennifer Osborne lifting up her shoulders and giving a huge shrug. You see, of course, Mr. Wonderful put his hand up and kind of like wave it evenly. And Jennifer will go ahead and start to leave. Do you two inside want to do anything first?
Hmm. I'm wondering if it's a good idea to try and follow her. I don't know. Zach is sort of looking to James, probably waiting on a cue from him. He's not too keen on trying anything on his own.
no, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
This is out my wheel of expertise.
yeah.
Right now, you guys do know that we do have the two thugs downstairs on the 12th floor. That's our safe rendezvous point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. So we're just playing possum until then.
Right,
Yeah.
you two are just sort of chilling out in the crowd. James, you also have uh your picture box. Are you going to actually take photos of this or something?
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah,
threaten
yeah,
to?
yeah. I gotta take. I'm gonna take picture.
Mr. Wonderful will, of course, immediately hold up his hand to that. It's like, no pictures, not until the full press release.
And then I put the back in my camera. So since I don't want to cause
Good man, good man. I don't think I've caught your name before.
Mr. James Green.
Actually, James Green, you weren't at the dinner, were you?
Would I know what he was talking about?
The dinner before the event, I would assume.
Yes, what a shame to have missed you.
I was busy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me some mind deceit real quick.
Oh, boy.
He simply shrugs it off. It's all good. Everything is good. Well, let's see. So we have two more up here on stage. And of course, Jennifer Osborne has walked out. The first thing Jennifer does is she actually heads out this way, and the four of you can actually hear the sounds of footsteps up above. This is not a disguise or anything. What do you do? Someone is clearly starting to approach from above.
Well, I want to try and eavesdrop if I can, because I don't know who that is.
Okay. You will go to eavesdrop, and when you do, of course, you will see someone is actually coming for the staircase.
Get ready, everybody.
I'm gonna take off my pocket pistol.
Oh, you're that kind of reporter.
And of course,
Always
you will hear
prepared.
something to the tune of Osborne's voice, and she's mumbling to herself, "Where the hell are they? They were supposed to be here. Can't be still lurking around. I wonder if that reporter still is." I should have actually done something.
Come in the
Thrown him
stairwell.
down the
Come in
stairs.
Come in
Yeah,
the stairwell already.
maybe thrown him down the stairs, she says as she immediately walks straight up into Edmund and the woman in black.
Bang.
Oh my god, you're just shooting.
Okay,
Edmund's actually gonna shoot her.
I'm gonna have her roll an initiative here, I think, to see how surprised she is. And
Yeah,
I'm a
wow.
coward. I got scared. Oh my god.
It's like
I
Edmund's
love our
actually gonna-
reporter here. I'm here to report a story. Blam!
she, despite being drunk, is not caught off guard and has focused.
Yeah, she's a
When
very
she sees
dangerous
you have
person.
the gun and you are leveling it in her direction, she will immediately respond by trying to throw you around. So she's actually going to do her first real magic of the day.
And I
which
took
is-
it then. D8, correct?
If you're trying to shove her, he can counterattack.
Right.
Right. So power, mind, will, presence is what I'm going to be rolling here. I'm just making sure I have mind and will actually marked.
Right. If she tries to push me, I'm gonna try to get off
And
my.
if that is a PK effect, Zachariah's PK shield is still in effect here.
Okay. And how does that exactly work? I haven't read the wording.
It
just-
gives a bonus D12 to defend against PK attacks, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
she's
he-
going to go ahead and choose first here, where she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Oh, right. She also has an additional.
That's PK
Oh,
block.
yeah, that's PK block. He's got PK shield.
Yeah, I've got
four.
PK
Oh,
shield,
copied
so-
the wrong one. That's all.
She has
Yeah.
gotten a little bit more dangerous. So she is going to pick a rank 7 poltergeist at you.
Well, she
Oh,
has to
dear.
throw something.